Thank you again for joining. This is Dwayne Ortega on Quick Tips for Flips from BestTransactionFunding.com. I'm here again with Jerry Ballard. He is an experienced investor. His first investment property was from 1963.
63, yes.
63 was his first investment income property, and he's done everything since then, including the Dovetail Method, where he flips short sales on the same day using revocable living trusts. He's the co-founder with that, along with John Grant. And today, he's joining us to answer a question that I have, and that question is, how will B investors fare over the next year? Since given the double dip numbers that we're getting from nationally recently that we heard.
It's kind of a difficult question because now you got to deal with my local area, or are you talking about national?
Nationwide, or as wide as
nationwide.
Yes.
I don't have a crystal ball, of course, but from what I'm hearing from my students and some of the other people that are teaching short sales, it looks like, in fact, I know short sales will not go away. They're going to be around for a long, long time. How long? There's predictions of anywhere from 2 years to 5 years. Personally, I think even 5 years, there'll still be short sales. They're getting more and more difficult to do, and so there's a lot of people that were doing short sales no longer around, so it's kind of weeding out the chaff, you might say.
Mm-hmm. But
there's always going to be a short sale, as far as I know. I'll give you an example. My first short sale, before it was a short sale, was in 1976.
That's going back a while.
That's going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. There always have been short sales. There always will be short sales, just not in the same volume as we are seeing it today.
That's correct.
Okay. And so, do you think it's still worth it for B investors to process short sales, and why?
Yes, otherwise I wouldn't be in a business. And of course, the main reason most people get into it initially for the money, but if they're doing it the right way, they're doing it to help the people that are in foreclosure. They're helping them solve a problem and get some closure and move on. Really, most of the people that are in foreclosure, they didn't choose to go into foreclosure, and it's really not, most of it, it's not their mistake. Sometimes they've been originally sold a product by a mortgage broker wanting to make a quick close, and so they're in problems now because of the arms readjusting. They were promised or led to believe that 2 to 3 years, of course, real estate's always going to go up, right? Always going to go up. And of course, you can refinance and get a lower rate and what have you. And that story was bought, and it didn't happen.
Right, and this year is supposed to be the biggest ARM adjustment in a decade, I would say, right? Because ARM, by the way, is adjustable rate mortgages, and they adjust after a certain period of time. And there are 3-year ARMs, 5-year ARMs, 10-year ARMs.
Option ARMs.
Option ARMs as well, and most of them are expiring this year, 2011. I believe the third quarter will be...
I think the regular ARMs are,
Uh-huh.
but there's option ARMs that were taken out for a period up to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you got another one out there.
Right.
Also,
and 5 years ago, if they expired this year, 5 years ago they would have taken that out in 2006,
yeah,
when it was still the height of the market.
Right.
Okay.
And of course, you have the commercial market. You know, most of those loans have a amortization over maybe 15 or 20 years, but they have a balloon or have to be renegotiated every 3 to 5 years. Okay. Typically 5 years. So there's going to be a lot of commercial foreclosures, and because of people, not because their business is bad, but because of the market, and they can't refinance at the end of 5 years. The
Mm-hmm.
lenders are, the criteria has changed, and they no longer qualify.
Right, and for our audience, commercial loans are typically only 5 years, and then they have to refinance.
Well, they're amortized over a longer period, but they're good for 5 years, and have to be renegotiated, yes.
Right, and so what's the message to our B investors? Stick with it because there's a lot of volume, or forget about it because it's too hard?
if you're weak at heart, forget about it. You know,
Okay.
because you're just going to mess it up for somebody else. So I think if you're really dedicated to helping the people,
Right.
and you got a firm resolution that you can follow through on things, it's still a viable way of making money.
Right, and the money is the bonus.
That it's a bonus, yes.
Correct. All right.
Right.
Well, thank you very much for joining me again.
welcome.
Could you tell our audience here how to get in touch with you in case they have any questions with what you forecasted?
Yeah, I can give you my office number. It's 517-507-5860, and ask for me.
Jerry Ballard. Because Nancy, their assistant, is busy doing short sale deals, of course. They actually do short sale deals, and not only, they don't just teach it. So
We do what we teach.
exactly, they do what they say. They walk the walk. They walk the talk, I believe that's the saying, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for joining us. My name is Dwayne Ortega, BestTransactionFunding.com, and this is another segment on quick tips for flips.